Shedeur's mentality, folks, is he truly believes he can be a franchise quarterback. That's what he wants to be. That's what the experts said he would be leading up to the draft. If you watch one of his press conferences, he literally said, if you're not trying to change the franchise, then don't come get me. Cleveland should be excited to have a guy like that wants to do that for your franchise. I hope the Browns give him a chance later in the year because he's confident. He showed flashes in preseason and, of course, during his tenure at Colorado. No one can say whether he's going to be good or bad until we see it in regular season action, and I hope that we actually do see it. I also don't understand why he gets so much hate. What has he done wrong? It's his name that's been dragged into the media. It's his father that has so much hype. Just because people debate about him so much, why are we hating on the kid? Number 12. He wants to do good for our franchise, folks.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. And there is big time news coming out of the Cleveland pipeline regarding the offense. And I'm talking a big time playmaker. Now, we know that they are struggling at the wide receiver position. And it looked like the Browns is setting their eyes on a 6-time Pro Bowler, allegedly, to come and help Shedeur Sanders and this team make it to the next level, bro.
What if I told you that the most disrespected rookie quarterback in NFL history is about to get the most dangerous weapon in the entire free agent market? Stop scrolling right now, because what the Cleveland Browns are allegedly about to do could shock the entire NFL. And if this move actually happens, Shedeur Sanders goes from a punchline to a problem. I'm talking about a Hall of Fame-bound wide receiver, a 6-time Pro Bowler, a man with 108 career touchdowns, a legend who just hit free agency for the first time in his 12-year career, Mike Evans, to Cleveland to catch passes from Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, you heard that right. And before you click away, stay with me, because this story is deeper, more emotional, and more shocking than any headline you've read today. Hit that subscribe button right now, because we are just getting started.
Hands up us about it. He's downright going to be successful, bro. This is a big move if they could pull this off. Now, we got more news coming out of Cleveland in regards to Andrew Berry game plan moving forward towards his offseason.
He needs to ask himself before submitting offers to guys. I wrote the question down because I was afraid I was going to forget it.
Let's go back to April 2025, draft night. The whole country is watching. Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, is projected by everyone as a top 5 pick. Analysts are calling him the most NFL-ready quarterback in years. His college stats at Colorado? Unreal. Over 14,000 career passing yards, a 70% completion rate, Heisman Trophy-level production. He was selected by the Cleveland Browns in the 5th round with the 144th overall pick. 144th. Not first, not 5th, not even top 50. 144th. The football world exploded. How does the most talked about quarterback in the draft class fall that far? The answers that came out were brutal. One anonymous, longtime NFL assistant coach was quoted saying, Sanders takes unnecessary sacks, never plays on time, has horrible body language, and blames teammates. Whether you believe those anonymous shots or not, Shedeur Sanders was humiliated on one of the biggest nights of his life, in front of his family, in front of his father, a Hall of Famer, in front of the whole country. But here's what the media didn't emphasize enough. He didn't break, he didn't quit, he didn't demand a trade, he didn't go on social media to cry. Shedeur Sanders showed up to Cleveland, put his head down, and got to work. Defensive end Alex Wright noticed something. He saw Sanders in Coach Stefanski's office every single day, watching film, asking questions, preparing like a veteran. Coach Kevin Stefanski himself said he has constantly and consistently gotten better in each one of these games and how he's approached this game. He's been working very hard. Now that is the story. Not just the kid who got drafted 144th, but the kid who responded to being 144th like a champion. Now let's talk football, because this is where it gets real interesting. In Week 14, Shedeur Sanders accounted for 393 total yards and 4 touchdowns against the Tennessee Titans in just his 3rd career start. He threw for 364 yards, tied for the 3rd most by a Browns rookie in a single game, while adding 3 touchdown passes and a rushing score. No player in the Browns franchise history had ever combined 300-plus passing yards, 3 touchdown throws, and a rushing touchdown in the same game before that day. The kid made history in his 3rd start. The NFL confirmed that Sanders joined Joe Burrow as the only rookie quarterbacks ever to produce at least 350 passing yards, 3 touchdown passes, and a rushing score in the same game. Let that marinate. The same company as Joe Burrow, the same company as a man who just signed one of the biggest quarterback contracts in NFL history.
2014 through 2024, this young man has garnered 1,000+ receiving yards. This is big time news. With the pickup, if we can make this happen, I mean, they instantly get better, bruh. If they get some tangibles along the offensive line, they easily improves the offense tremendously.
Now, yes, he also struggled. A week after his historic performance, Sanders threw 3 interceptions in a blowout 31-3 loss to the Chicago Bears. That's the reality of being a rookie quarterback on one of the league's worst offenses. But look at the context of his struggles. Sanders was pressured on 44.1% of his dropbacks, 2nd highest in the entire NFL. His average time to throw was over 3 seconds, trailing only Brock Purdy, because he had to wait and wait behind a broken offensive line that had used 9 different starting combinations all season. This kid was getting hit constantly, playing behind a revolving door of linemen with no elite weapons on the outside, and he still showed flashes of greatness. And then, in a twist nobody expected, Shedeur Sanders was added to the 2026 Pro Bowl roster. Yeah, the rookie with the worst passer rating in the league got a Pro Bowl nod. People laughed, people criticized, but you know what that really shows. The people, the fans, they see the potential. They see what this kid could be with the right pieces around him. Now let's talk about the man at the center of this earthquake of a story. Mike Evans, 32 years old, spent every single one of his 12 NFL seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, built one of the most legendary careers in wide receiver history in one city for one team, loyal as anyone in the sport. He currently holds 2 NFL records, 11 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons to begin a career, and 11 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons overall. That has never been done before by anyone in the history of professional football. Over 176 games with the Buccaneers, Evans caught 866 passes for 13,052 yards and 108 touchdowns. He has a Super Bowl ring alongside his 6 Pro Bowl nominations. This man is a future Hall of Famer. Period. No debate. Full stop. But 2025 was hard for Mike Evans. He was limited to just 8 games by hamstring and collarbone injuries, finishing with 30 catches for 368 yards and 3 touchdowns. After 12 years of loyalty to Tampa Bay, his streak is over. His contract expired, and for the first time in his professional life, Mike Evans is a free agent. His agent, Derek Gilmore, confirmed that Evans plans to play in 2026 and will explore all of his options. And one of those options, Cleveland, Ohio. Now here's where this story stops being a rumor and starts being something real. The Cleveland Browns are expected to be among several teams pursuing Mike Evans when free agency officially opens, according to insider Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com. But why would Mike Evans even look at Cleveland? They went 4-12 last season. They've had 8 wins over the last 2 years combined. Their quarterback situation has been a disaster. Here's your answer. Todd Monken. New Browns head coach Todd Monken was Mike Evans' offensive coordinator in Tampa Bay from 2016 to 2018. During that stretch, Evans had 3 1,000-yard seasons and was named to the Pro Bowl twice. Cabot wrote, Evans flourished with new Browns head coach Todd Monken as his offensive coordinator in Tampa and would welcome the opportunity to be reunited with him. Think about what that means. Evans doesn't just know Monken's system, he thrived in it. He knows the routes, he knows the language, he knows how to get open in that offense. Monken knows exactly how to use Mike Evans' massive frame and legendary hands. This isn't just a business transaction, it's a reunion. And reunions in the NFL, they can be magical.
Man, killer player who is tied with Jerry Rice for the consecutive 1,000 yards, bro. Jerry Rice, Evans hold NFL records for the most consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons to start a career. 11 and ties Jerry Rice, who's arguably the best wide receiver of all time. To me, Jerry Rice had to be my GOAT because I remember when Jerry Rice used to play. A lot of people probably don't. Some of y'all might remember when Jerry Rice used to play. This young man, to even be in the company of a Jerry Rice.
Now pair that with this. Evans is a physical freak who has always had elite jump ball ability, incredible hands, can dominate press cornerbacks, and is virtually unstoppable on back shoulder passes in the red zone. He still has 2-3 years of elite production ahead of him. Put that next to a quarterback who, when given time, is one of the most accurate downfield passers in his draft class. Put that next to Shedeur Sanders, who threw a 60-yard touchdown pass to Jerry Jeudy in just his 3rd start. What happens? I'll tell you what happens. The entire NFL takes notice. Now, I'm not here to sell you a fairy tale. Let's keep it real. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, Evans has 4 requirements for his next team: a quarterback he believes in, a chance at a Super Bowl, a top offensive coordinator, and high-volume touches. Does Cleveland check all 4? Honestly, not yet, not fully. Evans' projected annual salary is over $13 million for a Browns team already dealing with cap constraints after the Deshaun Watson contract restructuring. That's a serious financial challenge. Cleveland also has major holes on the offensive line and arguably needs to invest in protection before adding a high-priced receiver. And then there's the competition. Multiple teams, including the 49ers, Patriots, and Chargers, are also expected to pursue Evans in free agency. Cleveland is not alone in this race, not even close. But here's what the doubters keep missing. The Browns have 2 first-round picks in the 2026 NFL Draft. They have new energy with Todd Monken taking over as head coach. They have a general manager in Andrew Berry who is publicly committed to being more aggressive in free agency than ever before. And they have a young quarterback who, despite playing on one of the worst supported offenses in the NFL, still flashed the kind of arm talent that makes scouts excited. This is not the same Cleveland Browns that has been a punchline for 2 decades. Something is changing in Cleveland. Let's paint the picture. Imagine it's September 2026, Cleveland Browns versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Opening day, Huntington Bank Field is rocking. Shedeur Sanders walks to the line of scrimmage. On one side, Jerry Jeudy, who had a 1,229-yard season in 2024. On the other side, Mike Evans, 6'5", 231 pounds, future Hall of Famer, running a route designed by Todd Monken, the same offensive coordinator who helped Evans become the receiver he is. Shedeur takes the snap, steps back, pump fakes, the safety bites, he throws it to the back shoulder in the corner of the end zone. Mike Evans goes up over the cornerback like he's done 108 times before in his career. Touchdown. Cleveland goes crazy. That is what this move could look like. And it's not fantasy. Every single piece of that scenario is grounded in real, documented fact. As one analyst put it, should Evans end up going to the Browns, he'd immediately become a stellar addition to their receiving core. The talent combination of Evans and Jeudy would instantly make Cleveland's passing attack one of the most interesting in the AFC North, a division that already has Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This would force defenses to respect Cleveland in a way they simply haven't in years. Here's the truth that goes beyond football. Shedeur Sanders was told by anonymous coaches, by draft analysts, by an entire industry that he wasn't good enough, that he wasn't worth a first-round pick, that he was a problem. And he came to Cleveland anyway, and he got to work anyway, and he threw for 364 yards in his third NFL start anyway. Mike Evans was told by age, by injury, by the end of his Tampa Bay chapter that maybe it was time to slow down. And he said no, he's coming back. He's taking his Hall of Fame talent to the open market for the first time in 12 years. 2 Warriors, 2 comebacks, 1 city. Cleveland, Ohio, a city that has known heartbreak better than almost anyone, might just be the perfect place for both of them to write their next chapter together. Will this move happen? We don't know yet. Free agency officially opens March 12th. The next few days will tell us everything. But one thing is absolutely certain. The Cleveland Browns are not sitting still. And Shedeur Sanders' story is far from over. If you want me to keep you updated on every single move the Browns make this free agency, subscribe right now. Drop a comment below. Do you think Mike Evans signs with Cleveland? Yes or no? Let's get to 1,000 comments on this video. The revolution in Cleveland? It might just be beginning.